Today I would like to teach you sentence and their kinds. In the first video I have taught you sentence, its parts and its types. But in this chapter I have teach you about sentence and their kinds. First topic, assertive sentence. Earlier I have told you according to meaning there are 5 types of sentence. So first, assertive sentence. A sentence which tells us about a statement is called an assertive sentence. Once more again, a sentence which tells us about a statement is called an assertive sentence. It has 2 types. First, affirmative sentence. First, affirmative sentence. A sentence which accepts facts, events or conditions is called an affirmative sentence. For example, he plays a game and second, you did it. So these 2 sentences are affirmative sentences because they accept facts, events and conditions. Number B, negative sentence. A sentence which does not accept event, facts and condition is called negative sentence. For example, he does not call you. Mohan did not laugh at me. So these 2 sentences do not accept the facts, events and condition. And in the negative sentence there is a structure. Subject plus helping verb, negative word, main verb and object. And second, interrogative sentence. And interrogative sentence asks a question about a person or thing. It has 2 types. First, yes no type question. Yes no type question. Yes no type question begins with helping verb and comes to an end with a question mark. Such as, are you calling me? In this sentence, are is helping verb, you subject, calling main verb and me object, and at the end of the sentence there is a question mark. Second, do you play a game? In this sentence, do is helping verb, you subject, play verb, main verb and a game object, and at the end there is a question mark. So in this way we can say yes no type question begins with helping verbs and comes to an end with a question mark. Good. WS type question. WS type question begins with question word and comes to an end with a question mark. For example, why are you singing a song? In this sentence, why is question word, are helping verb, you subject, singing main verb, a game object, and at last question mark. Second, who calls them? Who question word, calls main verb, them object, and at last question mark. And number third, imperative sentences. An imperative sentence tells us about commands, advices and request. And in this sentence our subject you is hidden. For example, please help me. Please help me. This sentence tells us about request. Shut the window. Order. This sentence tells us about an order. In the imperative sentences, our subject you is hidden and the sentence begins with main verb and comes to an end with a full stop. Okay. Number 4, optative sentence. An optative sentence tells us about wish or prayer or curse. Once more again, an optative sentence tells us about wish, prayer or curse. It begins with may and comes to an end with an exclamation mark. For example, may God bless you. This sentence tells us about wish, prayer. And second, may you go to hell. So this sentence tells us about curse. So we can say an optative sentence begins with may and comes to an end with an exclamation mark. Number 5, exclamative sentence. An exclamatory sentence tells us about a strong and sudden feeling of the heart, and it begins with how or what and comes to an end with an exclamation mark. How beautiful she is! What a wonderful start! So these two sentences tells us about a strong and sudden feeling of the heart. Homework. Find out interrogative and imperative sentences. 5 sentences I have given, and you have to find out interrogative sentence and imperative sentences. Did he call me? Second, close the door. And third, whom do you love? 4, who sings a song? And 5, kindly help me. Good.